Why, how are you? Doesn't always mean what you think. Hello, everyone. This is Laura, and welcome back to Become a Fluent English Speaker. Today is day 2 of our series, 7 Days of English You Were Never Taught. Yesterday, we discovered why native speakers sometimes seem to swallow words when they speak. Today, we're going to look at something completely different, a simple English question that doesn't always mean what it seems to mean. How are you? You probably learned this question very early in your English studies. You were taught that someone says, "How are you?" and you answer, "I'm fine, thank you." How are you? Simple, right? But here's something interesting. In everyday English, how are you isn't always a request for a detailed report about your life. Sometimes, it's simply a friendly greeting. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're walking into a coffee shop. You see someone you know. They smile and say, "Hey, how are you?" You say, "I'm good." "How are you?" They say, "I'm good too." And then the conversation continues. Nobody stopped to explain everything that happened during the week. Nobody expected a 5-minute description of your emotional state. So what happened? The literal meaning of the question is, what is your current condition? But the social meaning may simply be, "Hello, it's nice to see you." This difference is incredibly important when you're learning English, because language isn't only about words, it's also about context. Context means the situation surrounding a conversation. The same sentence can communicate different things depending on where, when, and how you say it. Let's imagine another situation. You meet your close friend. They look worried. You ask, "How are you?" This time, you may genuinely want to know how they feel. They might say, "Honestly, I'm having a difficult day." Now, the question has a deeper meaning. So how do you know which meaning someone intends? You look at the situation. You look at their tone. You look at their facial expression. You think about your relationship with that person, and you pay attention to what happens next. This is part of something linguists call pragmatics. Pragmatics is the study of how people understand meaning in real situations. It's the difference between what a sentence literally says and what a person actually means by saying it. And this explains many confusing moments in English. Let's take another example. Someone says, "Can you open the window?" Literally, they're asking whether you're capable of opening the window. You could answer, "Yes, I can." But that's probably not what they want. They want you to open it. So a natural response would be, "Sure." Then you open the window. The question wasn't really testing your physical ability. It was a polite request. That's pragmatics. Here's another one. Someone says, "It's cold in here." Are they simply describing the temperature? Maybe. But perhaps they're looking in the closed window. Maybe they're hoping you'll close it. Maybe they're asking indirectly for something. The words alone don't give you the complete meaning. You need the context. This is one reason translating English word by word can sometimes cause problems. You may understand every individual word, but still misunderstand the message. Imagine someone says, "That's interesting." Depending on this situation and the speaker's tone, it could mean, "I genuinely find this fascinating." It could mean, "I didn't expect that." It could even mean, "I'm not sure what to say about this." The words are the same. The meaning can change. That's why advanced English isn't simply about learning more vocabulary. It's also about learning how people use language. This is especially useful for conversations at work. Imagine your manager says, "Could you look at this when you have a minute?" You might think, they said when I have a minute so I can do it tomorrow. But depending on the workplace and the situation, the real message might be, "Please do this soon." The words sound casual. The social meaning may be more serious. Again, context matters. Now, here's something you can do to improve your English. When you watch an English movie, podcast, interview, or conversation, don't only ask, "What did they say?" Also ask, "Why did they say it?" That's a powerful question. What were they trying to achieve? Were they greeting someone? Making a request? Being polite? Showing disagreement? Making a joke? Changing the subject? Ending the conversation? Once you start asking these questions, English becomes much more interesting. You're no longer simply learning sentences. You're learning how people communicate. Let's return to our original question. How are you? How should you respond? If it's a casual greeting, simple answers work well. I'm good, thanks. How are you? Pretty good. How about you? Doing well, thanks. If someone clearly wants a genuine conversation, you can give a longer answer. Honestly, I've had a busy week, but things are getting better. The key is to read the situation. You don't need to give the same answer every time, and you don't need to feel that there is one perfect response. Language is flexible. Before we finish today's episode, let's learn 5 useful terms. Context means the situation surrounding an event or conversation. Literal means the exact, direct meaning of words. Pragmatics is the study of how meaning changes depending on context and social situations. Intention means what someone wants to communicate or achieve. Indirect means expressing something without saying it directly. Now here's your Day 2 challenge. Today, listen to one English conversation. It could be a movie scene, a podcast, a video, or a real conversation. Choose one sentence. Write down what the person literally said. Then ask yourself, what did they actually mean? You may discover that the real message is different from the literal words. That's the kind of listening skill that takes you beyond textbook English. And remember this, understanding English isn't only about understanding words. It's about understanding people. Tomorrow, in Day 3 of 7, we're going to discover why saying very good all the time can make your English sound less natural, and what native speakers use instead. If you're enjoying the series, subscribe to become a fluent English speaker and continue with us tomorrow. This is Laura. Keep listening, keep learning, and I'll see you for Day 3.